What's up, guys? Mason the Brock Henderson here, and this is Supergirl Season 1, Episode 12, I think, for the girl who has everything. It's kind of funny to go back and kind of watch some of the reviews that I've been doing. But mainly I've been watching, I went back this past week and then watched the Supergirl reviews just to kind of see how it went. Because honestly, from the beginning, I was like, show's crap, the show's crap, show's crap. It's getting better. Now the show's still crap. Oh, no. It's actually pretty good. It's even better now. And then over the past few weeks, it's just, no, this is crap. It's like the first time I've watched, really, any of, the reviews all the way through. One thing I've noticed is that this show has made me say the words relationship bullcrap more than any time in my life. I've said those two words in these reviews more than ever. And the reason I bring that up is because finally, they just almost none. And by almost, I will get to that in a second. But almost no relationship bullcrap in this one. I wanted to jump and scream and shout for joy because I can enjoy this episode. I really can. There are some issues which come because, one, the budget for this is not nearly as good as movies, so watching the fight scenes are still really cheesy. But I can just push that to the side just a little bit. And two, just I don't know. Sometimes the plot just some of the things going on in the plot, when I hear it, I'm just like, that just doesn't make any sense to me at all. But I'll get to that too. But overall, a good episode. Not a great, but a good episode. One that I can sit down and enjoy and be like, yeah, Supergirl, this is a good show. Not like any of the other past bullcrap episodes. And it's because there's nothing about the relationship in this. It's all about the plot. It's all about that. It's all about the plot and character development. I'll say that. Because character development is something else that they don't focus on developing their characters. They focus more on developing the relationships between the characters. And I just want to punch somebody because it gets so annoying and overused and cliched. It's, I don't understand. Well, let me talk about it. So she's trapped in this fantasy world where she's on Krypton with her family, and the whole episode I'm just waiting for Jimmy to pop up or something. But they don't go that route. They don't go the whole fantasy romance. They go fantasy being with her family who's dead, or being with the young Kal-el. I don't know exactly why he was in there. I think it's because they were like, really, I don't know. I don't understand that part. But being with the family that died, being with them again, thinking that they're actually still alive. I mean, that makes sense. That is not something that makes me want to smack my forehead because it's so stupid. I totally understand that. Her family's dead. Of course her fantasy involves being with them alive again. I'll be honest, just watching the show, starting from the beginning, if you watch it all the way through and get to this episode, I guarantee you'll have the exact same thought as me, because they do so well at messing up a great story by throwing in something about romance. They force it on you over and over again. And so that's why I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, so what, Jimmy's gonna pop up, or maybe Gwen's gonna pop up, she's gonna realize she has feelings for him, or maybe Adam's gonna pop up, she's gonna realize she was wrong to turn him down. What is it gonna be? But they don't go that route. And like I said, I want to jump and shout and scream for joy because this show has not done that up until now. Even in the episodes that I enjoyed, the only reason I enjoyed them was because the relationship stuff was off to the side. It was still there, but it was off to the side. They weren't focusing on it as much. This one didn't hardly touch on it at all. That's a step in the right direction. Now, will it continue? Probably not. But for now, I'm just like, can we keep this can we keep the story going? Because that's what I want to see. I want to see more about this plot by Non and Astra. I want to see more of Supergirl learning her powers. I want to see more of, the family dynamic between her and Alex and her loss of family on Krypton. I want to see more of that. Now, like I said, almost no relationship stuff. Uh, I it's all over. She saved the day. She stopped the bad guys for now, and then they're back in her place. And she makes a reference to the Wizard of Oz. There's no place like home. And Wynn says, "Oh, you just made a movie reference? We just reached a whole new level of our friendship." I'm like, "No, please don't, please." He's like, "We are friends, right?" And I'm like, "Stop!" Like, clearly, because you were there for her, your friendship is still intact after that thing that happened 2 episodes ago that honestly kind of got, no, actually it was 3 episodes ago now, it kind of got blown to the side, to be honest. He blew her off in that one episode where she first met Adam, and then in the last episode, like, he was acting like it was completely cool that she's already with another guy. I'm just like, really? We're still at that awkward phase where, are we friends? Of course you're freaking friends. I mean, come on. She was just in a near-death experience. It's such a cliche, One friend admits their love for another. That friend turns them down. There's something traumatic that happens in their lives, and guess what? Now they're friends again. I've seen it so much. I wanted to slap both of them in the face and be like, please don't do this freaking cliches anymore. So sick of the cliches. But other than that, like I said, other than that one scene, no relationship stuff in it at all. Most of it felt justified, like everything with Wynn and Jimmy in it. It felt like a justified concern for Kara. It wasn't like oh my gosh, she's the love of my life. I hope she doesn't die. Like, Wynn at one point is talking to Jimmy, and he's actually concerned because he's worried that she won't be okay after all of this. And the last thing that happened between them is that, their friendship has kind of been on the rocks because of what happened. That makes sense. It's not because he has feelings for her he's worried about. No, he's concerned because even if she doesn't share the feelings for him that he has for her, it's still a friendship. It's still a friendship, and you don't want to leave that friendship. You don't want that friendship to end on such a poor note. And I've been there too, like being friends with somebody, not necessarily that same situation, but you're friends with somebody, and then there's kind of like a fallout between the two of you, and you worry that you're never going to see them again, and that's the last thing that happened between the two of you. I get that concern. I totally understand where he's coming from. That's more relatable than all of the stupid relationship stuff they've been doing. So that's one of the great things they did about this episode was that. And also, just the whole family dynamic, like I said, I enjoy seeing more of that. She actually, it makes sense why she totally believes this is true, because she wants to. Like, who wouldn't, if you lost your parents, wouldn't you want to believe that they were okay, even if it was just a fantasy? Like, you'd want to believe it. You want to stay there forever because you lost them in reality. But even the way that she has to get out of it makes a lot of sense. And even though that one scene with Alex was handled very poorly, okay, it just felt like it dragged on so long, and she's like sitting there wrestling. You need to stop. You need to get out of this right now. No, don't you understand? This is all a lie. We need you back on Earth. We need you. I need you. None of this is real. Supergirl. We need Supergirl. I'm just like, this is kind of awkward. Like, she's been wrestling against those guys for, what, 5 minutes now? Like, it would make more sense if they just kind of chained her to something and she was shouting from there. But to have, like, two guys trying to pretend like they're holding her down as she, like, does this with her hands. I'm just like, this is really awkward and unnatural. But a lot of what she says is good. I wish they'd done it under a better setting, though, because that setting just made it feel very unnatural. But she talks about, in real life there is pain. Like, you can't go through life without there being pain. And that's very true. And I like the fact that that's kind of what convinced her to snap out of it. And also the fact that she's like, oh, Supergirl? Oh, yeah, that's me. But I do like the moral that they were trying to throw in there. And it's a good one, because we can't live without there being some pain sometimes. Not everything turns out okay. I like that. And then they have the fight. And I like the fact that they didn't end this with her just getting out of the fantasy. I was worried that's what they were going to do. This whole episode was just going to be her trying to get out of the fantasy. Oh, she finally does. But no, they actually have a scene where she fights Non, and Astra and Alex fight a little bit. Like I said before, a little bit cheesy because of the poor CGI. I'm sure the budget for this is probably not good enough to create incredibly realistic CGI. But, it's... I guess I wish they would do a bit more, like, action-y type stuff. Because to have them kind of stand and talk, and then stand and get punched. Because, like, at first, whenever Kara tackles Non, and, like, is punching the crap out of him, like, okay, yeah, I can understand that. But then she throws him away. He stands up. She comes over. Like, I'm gonna, you're not gonna take my world away from me. Punch, and then he gets back up. And then she said something else. Punch, and then he starts talking. Laser her, and I'm just like, this is all so like, I'm gonna stand here while you talk. Are you gonna punch me now? Ugh. All right, talk some more. Okay. Ugh. Alright, now you stand there. Let me monologue for a second. Okay, laser eyes. It's so awkward. So I wish that the fight scenes would have a little bit less dialogue in between. But this show took a turn that I did not expect it to take. Because Astra and Alex are fighting, kind of. Astra, has Alex in a chokehold, and Alex is trying to talk her down, you have good in you, you had plenty of chances to kill me and Kara, but you didn't do it, so you're still good, and she's just like, no, maybe, and then John Johns comes in, tackles her, they fight for a little bit, and she bests him and is about to, stab him in the neck. I'm like, no, nobody dies in this show, I mean, come on, this is Supergirl, and all of a sudden blade through her chest. I'm like, what? They just killed somebody on Supergirl? What? Hang on a minute. Wow. I did not expect that. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like I never expected anybody. Okay, it's not like I never expected any seriousness out of the show. They've had serious moments before, but the show has always just seemed so light and cheery that to have a death scene like this is kind of crazy. Just kind of, especially, it's almost out of nowhere. They had the mid-season finale. This is not really a finale or anything like that. Ooh. It's just, it feels like another episode. And they kill off her aunt. And now, in the context of what was going on, it makes sense. She was about to kill Jean Johns. Alex kills her to stop her because, Jean Johns has kind of become like her father, just a little bit. I mean, even Jimmy sees the fact that he can see how much he cares for her, she's his daughter. So it totally makes sense why she died. But I just didn't expect it to happen. I didn't expect this show to actually kill off any of its main characters, especially the villain that has the family ties to the hero. You know, I would have expected it to take the whole turn her good route before they ever took this route. You know, to kill her off like that. That was just, I'm still kind of blown away by the fact that they did that. It was just, Supergirl villain dies, and it's crazy. Now, that being said, I don't like the fact that Jean, Hank, whatever you want to call him, I don't like the fact that he claims that he killed her. You know, I had to. Because here's the thing, Supergirl doesn't really hate him right now. Like, yeah, she's upset that her aunt died, and I kind of understand his reasoning that he gave Alex about, you know, you're Supergirl's hero. I don't want to see you as anything different. But the problem is, this sets up for the whole liar reveal storyline, and I watch a lot of Nostalgia Critic, and he hates this. I don't hate it as much as he does, but it's still kind of something you can see coming from a mile away, and you can already see it. Like, I can already sense exactly what's going to happen. She's eventually going to find out that Alex is actually the one that killed her. Non is probably going to know somehow. Like, we had a video camera here, let me show you. See? There's Alex killing her now. How can you trust her? And it's just going to be stupid, and it's going to be frustrating to watch, and you know that in the end she's going to forgive her. I don't know. Like, why did you have to do that? Why couldn't you just let Alex take the blame, and maybe have an episode where Kara's kind of upset about it? You know, like, you killed my aunt, and kind of having to cope with it a little bit. I would prefer that than Hank covers for Alex. Oh, well, now, will Kara ever find out? Like, it's just stupid. So that is the one main frustrating thing in this episode. Now, that being said, one of the plot holes that I need explained, so if you're watching this still, let me know down in the comments exactly what happened here. The whole point to defeating this Black Mercy thing is that you have to reject the fantasy. When Kara woke up, she rejected it many times. You see my problem here? Like, it would have made a lot more sense if she woke up believing in the fantasy already. Like, she had, like, it put memories in her mind of being there at the planet the whole time. And then when Alex comes, it kind of awakens the memories that the Black Mercy kind of put to sleep or something. That would have made a lot more sense. But to have her wake up and remember everything from Earth and realize that this isn't real. People need to stop texting me during my reviews. To have her realize it's real kind of takes away the whole, well, you have to make her reject it. Well, she already rejected it like 3 times before she finally gave in and admitted, oh yeah, this is my fantasy. So I don't know, that was a little bit weird that she woke up and immediately rejected it. I'm just like, well, it should already be off her. So it's a plot hole that needs explaining, and likely it's a plot hole that will never be explained. But if you have a good explanation, tell me what it is in the comments down below. And also, let me know what you thought of this episode. I really enjoyed it. Well, not really, but I did enjoy it. A lot more than the last episodes. But yeah, that's about it for this episode. Leave a like and subscribe for more Supergirl stuff. Hopefully it continues on from here. Just maybe gets a bit better. Maybe the action will get better too. Possibly. But until then, I'll see you at the next review. Peace out.